Too proper for the black kids, or too black for the Mexicans. Too square to be a hood nigga. What's normal anyway? Too opinionated for the pacifists. Too out of touch to be in style. Or too broke for the rich kids. I don't know what normal is. What's normal anyway? What's normal anyway?
Hi Mindvalley, my name is Kianga and I'm applying to be your next learning experience designer.
So I've actually spent most of my professional life as a practicing fine artist. For me, being an artist is about sharing insights and sharing new perspectives on the world. And I've really loved being part of like the secret clan of seers and knowing that I could drop down in any city, in any country in the world. It doesn't matter if I drop down in Slovenia or in Norway or in Japan or in India, that I can find an artist, a fellow artist, that will immediately be able to give me a bird's eye view of what's going on in that society and culture. I've mostly made work about the conditions of intimacy in the 21st century, who we love, how we love them, in a time where there aren't really very many rules about that. I've worked in what we call the new genres. I've worked in installation and performance and in social practice projects. I've done things like created views from mountaintops in Silicon Valley and turned a mall in Toronto into a place where you can learn partner dances with people that you don't know. I've been able to collaborate with architects to make scaled down versions of apartment complexes for children, and with mathematicians to reduce the history of racial classification in the US into a series of equations. The next chapter for me is really about learning how to create scalable businesses that are able to share and deliver great ideas to much larger audiences than we were able to reach in museums and galleries. So a couple years ago, I was at the pinnacle of my teaching career. I was director of a fine art program at a major university in New York City, had a corner office in Manhattan. I was working on commissions and lectures on 4 continents. I was shortlisted for the TED Fellowship. I was working on a State Department project in India. My career was on fire, and as director, I had completely rewritten the undergraduate curriculum to make it more cutting edge. I had hired a new and diverse faculty, and had started a service teaching project where in the summers I would teach in places like Kampala and Dakar and Accra, where students would never actually be able to afford the kind of education that we were offering in New York City. In the semester before it was time to decide whether I would renew my contract, I started to get the sense that something was missing, and I started to look for it. I tried some pretty unconventional approaches. I went on a blind date in Italy. I learned to dance kizomba, and at some point I found myself on the floor of a Quaker meeting space in Soho, learning a practice called orgasmic meditation. That was the game changer. By the time I had taken my pants off in a room full of people that I didn't know, I was also super poised to look at all my cultural conditioning, envision what you would call models of reality. I wasn't new to looking at the way we form cultural ideas, but I was new to dissecting every little part of what I assumed and believed. So after my first taste, I became a voracious consumer of all things transformational. I found Abraham Hicks and Wayne Dyer and Alison Armstrong and Catherine Woodward Thomas and Neil Donald Walsh. I read and did online courses in money, in love life mastery, in spirituality, in intuition, in purpose, and in living the life that I wanted to live. So, as luck would have it, a little while later, I found myself working for the company that had taught me orgasmic meditation as the director of student development. My job is to hold students as they take the leap into re-examining their lives and beliefs in courses like our coaching program and our sex life mastery program or our BDSM program, Taboo. For me, Mindvalley is the perfect continuing education at the intersection of entrepreneurship, where new structures are possible, and the internet, where it's possible to reach nearly every human alive, and personal transformation, where everything is possible for all people regardless of circumstance. Mindvalley, I'm the learning experience designer you've been looking for. I can't wait to bring my background in curriculum development and my artist eye for creating new experiences, my passion for personal transformation, and my skills in project management to the course creation team. I can't wait to meet you guys in Kuala Lumpur.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Who cares what they see?